The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey there, everyone. This is Barbara Ling, and it is so great to see you here today. We're all getting ready to start this web class of Product Creation Espresso, where I am going to be showing you some ideas, tips, and techniques that are different from yesterday's class and that, you're going to really, truly benefit from seeing today. I see a lot of familiar faces there. There's Robert and Sally and Sharon, Steve, Sue, and Val. How's it going over there? Val says that it's cool and damp there in the Northwest, and here in New Jersey, my gosh, the heat wave. Mooses, they're melting. And so the temperatures here, I'm certainly looking forward to having a very relaxing weekend. And let me now check the time here. It's 2 o'clock, and 2 o'clock, that means let's get this party starting. So, for those of you who are new on this call and who have not yet really heard me speak before, let me give you a bit of background about who I am. I am Barbara Ling. I have been an online marketer since 1997, and the picture that you see there of me was taken a couple of years ago when I earned my black belt in Goju-ryu Karate. And the cool thing about takeaway for this particular class, I have been supporting my family of 6 now via internet marketing, product creation for many, many, many years. And the techniques, the processes that I hit on that make it super easy for me to do so, well, you know something? I'm going to be sharing that with you today. Basically, as far as teaching and internet marketing online, one of the things I love doing, I love sharing what I have learned. I love being a catalyst for action. I love being able to give to my audience and students, participants, that aha moment that makes them take that second leap to achieve the goals that they want to do. Now, about product creation, as I've mentioned, I've been an online marketer since 1997, but you want to know something super cool, the aha moment for me, and we all have our aha moments, right? I mean, we've all done business a certain way. We've all taken our marketing in a certain direction until all of a sudden, bam, that aha moment hits you like a 16-ton anvil. And for me, it was the winning product creation blueprint that I'm now about to teach and show you. But first, and remember, for those of you who are new on my calls and such, I love interaction, and I love getting to see what my students, visitors, take on product creation. So let me ask you this. True or false? More is required than simply product creation to see your products flying off the shelves. What do you have to say here? Cheryl says true. Ron says true. Glenn mentions true. And the answer definitely is true. Making products is simply the first step. And do we all remember that time when we were thinking about creating a product and we have it done, and then, okay, well, how do we get the word out? So, now, true or false? Quality products, they do not have to have the thud factor. What do you think about that? Quality products, do they or do they not have to have the thud factor? What is the thud factor? The thud factor is an excess amount of PDF pages, 100 pages, 200 pages, 24 videos, etc., etc. So quality products do not have to have the thud factor. And of course, that is definitely true. What quality products need to have, however, they need to have the actionable factor. They need to have that one takeaway that the customers who are reading the products you are going to be creating and say, oh my gosh, I can do this. I can see the results. This is how it's going to impact me, my family, my business. Wow. Magnificent. That is what quality products have to have. True or false? Products can have a long shelf life. So for example, let's say that you have a brilliant idea for a product and you put it out online, maybe on one of the forums or on your blog, or perhaps you make a Kindle product, etc. They can have a long shelf life. True or false? And Glenn says true. Cheryl says true. Jeff says sometimes. Well, the answer is true, because you notice there, that was products can have. The fact is, and Steve mentioned this beautifully in the questions over here, most, though, do not. Think about this. When you've released a product and then after the hype and froth die down, well, you can reuse them. You can repackage them. You can use them for bonuses. You can use them for opt-ins. You can pull them apart, put them back together for higher ticket items, other things that you can do as well. And so this is such a sad thing that many product creators neglect to do. They'll put the product out there and they'll sell a couple of dozen copies perhaps, and then there it is. They go on to the next. And then there's still this beautiful, wonderful product that's out there that could still be contributing long-term income. So that's something that has always intrigued me as well. True or false? Excuse me, I have to cough here. Thank you. True or false? Creating a powerful, popular product is easy. What do we all think about this? True or false? Let me hear your answers on here. We have an I don't know. We have false, false. We have new editions, bundles. To be truthful about you, creating a powerful product, well, you know, it is easy. However, the premise is easy. And I'm going to be showing you what the premise is. But putting that premise into action, my gosh, that does take effort. So, we've gone through some of these telling product creation questions. Let's now slant our focus a bit in a different fashion. And let me ask you, when you're a successful product creator, you know, well, what does that mean? Share below. What does that mean if you're a successful product creator? Does it mean that you're able to achieve your lifestyle that you want? Does it mean that you're able to pay off a couple of bills in the future? Your mortgage, put your kids to school? Let me hear, okay, folks are saying take care of their parents, good. Family vacations already. Well, when you're a successful product creator, that means, and another cough here, yes, I am healthy. And yes, Murphy's Law, whenever you're giving a web class that is dynamic and exciting, obviously you are going to start coughing. It means you have control. But control over what? Well, you have control over your lifestyle. And this is something really, really powerful. This showed up so many times. You remember that survey that you all filled out after registering for the webinar? What does being a successful product creator means? So many people mentioned having the lifestyle they want. Well, what does the lifestyle that you want mean? Well, actually, it's very simple. You know, it's your life, your way. So, for example, you'd be able to take your family on vacations, and that was the Great Wolf Lodge that I took my kids to last week. You'll be able to attend marketing events or other events, and that's me over at the Mario Brown Online Marketing Mastery event in San Diego. That was last month. And when you get to be known as a quality product creator, internet marketer, sometimes you get put up on stage as well. And there's me also on the Mario Brown's event. So basically, and oh yes, of course, it's not just work, obviously. You can take your family to events, to vacations. You live your life the way you want. You're not beholden by the 9 to 5 or by other constraints. But here's the beautiful thing about really mastering the art of quality product creation, okay? When you can rinse and repeat what I'm going to be showing you, well, your life changes. And how does your life change? It changes in that the way you decide to spend your time. For example, probably you're not like me and going out to the beach in the morning and doing martial arts by the ocean, but you control your time. You're able to have your family time, your family life, the way you want. Product creation, quality product creation, it does change your life. It changed mine, that's for sure, and I'm going to be showing how it will change yours. So let me now ask you, and everybody now has their own specific answers for this, okay? I want you now to lean back and close your eyes. Well, all right, actually, no, you can open your eyes because then you really can't see the screen, but the point remains. Think about how much more money would you be making each week if you could create multiple products, but not just create the products, but products that sell. Would it be $100? Would you want to make $500? Or, what about $1,000 per week? And when you follow the successful product creation blueprint, the way to be able to have one product lead into another, so you view it as a long-term business, it is entirely doable. And once you have achieved that, well, what would it enable you to do? Again, take care of your family. Would it give you the ability to set your work time, to set when you get up, when you go to sleep, when you do your hobbies, your adventures? Would it enable you? I mean, how many people here have parents, elderly parents? Or how many people here on this call have children? Children that are going to end up going to college. Children that are going to end up costing you lots and lots of money, 4 years for each child in each college. Yes, I have been researching this, Well, what would successful product creation enable you to do? But especially, and this also, and I loved reading this, I really did, this also showed up on the survey as well. When you are a successful product creator, when you start to build a following around what it is you have to share, what it is you have to teach, you are changing other people's lives for the better. All of a sudden, it's not just you, but it's the people that you touch as well. And it's really difficult to get a more powerful benefit from becoming a successful product creator. You are touching lives, friends, family, your customers. It's an amazing thing. It really is. So with that now as an intro, let me now show you what you are going to learn on this call. This call is going to take a slightly unique track. What you're going to learn is I am going to start now from the beginning, all right? I'm going to start for how you're going to find limitless ideas for products and never get stuck again. I mean, how many people on this call, how many times have you said, gee, I want to make a product, but I don't know what to make a product on? And then when you find something to make a product on, you realize because you neglected to do your research, it's a product that doesn't sell. My gosh. Way back when I'd been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, sold it on eBay. Yeah, so I'm going to teach you how to find limitless ideas for your products and never, ever be stuck again. From that, a product idea is great, unless nobody likes it. So what you might think is grand and glorious and wonderful, your potential customer base might look at it and go, yawn, next. So from there, I'm going to show you how to determine, will this idea even sell? So that way, you don't waste your time spinning your wheels. That way, you know that when you are ready to start creating your product, it is virtually guaranteed it will sell beautifully to your customers. But you see, once you have an idea, and once you have an idea that works, well, you got to make the product, right? But in today's day and age, with such a limited attention span, there's precise ways that you can structure your product so you can write it fast and that your customers love it. I have many templates about that, and I'm going to be talking about that as well. And then finally, once we have all of this information together, the idea, the fact it sells, the way to write it, I'm going to close with the idea of how you can put your product together to make it look as though a professional design group had done the graphics, had done the layout. And Andrea just mentioned that she can testify to the fact that Barb's fast. You're going to see Andrea in this presentation as well. She attended the call yesterday, and she's just about done with her product today. So, what you need to do now, all right? What I want you to do, I need you to silence your mobile phone, okay? Put it on vibrate. Then, what I want you to do is pause Facebook and Skype. Of course, unless you want to share right now, learning great stuff from Barb Ling right now on the webinar and such. Then I'm going to want you to open a notepad file for the notes, because you're going to want to jot the information, the templates, the ideas that are going to be just presented to you on a silver platter. If you're pinged by your friends, tell them, sorry, I'm busy. I'll catch you later. Because remember, this is focus time. All right, folks? This is focus time, because what I'm about to share, it is literally going to change how you view your product creation. So does this sound like a good series of information to cover? Ready to go for it? Need to see some yeses here. I see some awesomes and yes and awesomes already. Now, here is my promise to you, okay? You're going to have to stay with me until the very end, because you know something? This web class, it is packed with value until the very last minute. And I will guarantee you are going to love what you learn, all right? This is the exact blueprint that I myself now would use to create the profitable products that I want to have sell like hotcakes. But not only that, I am confident that you are going to be so amazed by what I am sharing right now for free, you are going to be hard-pressed to say no to the special offer that I am going to show you at the end of this call. And again, I believe in transparency. I am being fully upfront. What you are going to be seeing at the end of this call is, well, it is a compilation and a process and a mastermind of such value for product creation. You've not seen this before, and you are going to really enjoy seeing what will be made available at the end. So tell me now, before we continue with what you're seeing on this slide right here, do we have an agreement? This is kind of fair, don't you think here? As I see yes, good, waiting, very good. Take a look back at your screen. One thing I need to emphasize, my ideas, they work beyond question. And the thing that I want you to get out of this, all of these products that I have created that you are seeing here, and this is only a sliver of the products I've created over the past couple of months, these have all taken me literally less than 2 hours to put together. But you might ask, how? Well, you want to keep in mind that here's the thing. It wasn't always this easy for me. I mean, I started product creation way back when. I've been marketing since 1997. And when I started getting back into it a couple years ago, The thing that I learned was times had changed. Can you imagine that? Things that worked before no longer worked. And my issue was, well, back then I didn't know how to create what people wanted to buy. Oh, sure, I could still create great products, and my gosh, I did. I created superbly comprehensive products that if you were to hold it over the floor and drop it, the massive thud factor, huge, huge, huge. But again, nowadays, that's not what people want. So the end result, dismal, unhappy, very sad sales. But that was then. Now I have created a very simple system. And that very simple system is based upon the following very simple concept. Take a minute to take this in. You must, as in really, you must, view product creation like Model Ts and Teslas. Now, who here has heard of a Model T? Right? For those who might not be aware, the Model T is the first car ever created by Henry Ford back in the early 1900s. Tesla, that's an electric car that is modern, cutting edge, etc., etc. But did you ever stop to think that we would not have Teslas if we hadn't begun at the bare basic simplicities like a Model T? And why were Model Ts? How did they become so successful, so popular? Well, Henry Ford said, jeepers, I want to sell bunches. I think I'm going to use an assembly line. Get that? An assembly line. And what does an assembly line consist of? Well, an assembly line has maybe the wheels over here and the steering wheel over there. And back then, I don't think Model Ts had a roof, so chuck the roof out, no roof there. But then the brake pads over in the next part of the assembly line. It was built with an assembly line. And you can view your future product creation the same way. Because think about it. Every product, well, it consists of a template, and every template has unique, customizable parts. But not only does every product have these, you can mix and match from products you've created in the past and then augment them. Think about this now. What parts of a product, well, can be templatized? Let me hear what you have to say, or write what you have to say. What information can be used again and again and again? Well, okay, Cheryl mentions a cover. So the way a cover is structured, very good. The way you create, oh, Sue mentioned the author page, exactly. The way that you create the product itself. The way you use Microsoft Office or OpenOffice to automatically generate the table of contents, the headers, the footers. These are the templates that I myself have and that I myself use. And what's so great about this? You know, sure, you could start in product creation and you can just start from the very top, but you know, you can also start out by selling simplicity. Today's audience, what do they want to see? Today's audience, well, they have a very, very small attention span. So you want to ensure, especially when you're starting out and continuing, that you focus on making your products simple enough that the main actionable takeaway idea just can't be missed. In other words, your products can be one problem, one solution. It can then be generated into one report. And this is what I currently use, my templates and such, for creating surefire bestsellers of products that, fly off the shelves. Well, this being true, let me ask you now a very important question. Why haven't you yet been successful with product creation? Well, to be honest with you, the reason why, and I discovered this myself, you need a system. You need a system that works like a well-oiled machine. Basically, you want to find the simple ways to uncover the ideas that your customers say, my gosh, I want to buy this. When your customers see your products, you don't want them to say, well, that looks nice, next. You want to evoke the emotional chord within the people who are considering buying your product, so they are going to want to purchase. How do you do that? Well, ideas that make your readers money. Ideas that present your readers with the solution they need. In other words, profitable ideas, but profitable ideas that sell. And remember, profit can be many, many ways. Profiting could be money. It could be regaining time. It could be gaining confidence. Everybody's definition of profit can always vary. What else do you need with that system? Well, what would definitely help is having templates to make the product creation easy. This is one of the ways, folks, that I can create products in under 2 hours. I have all of my templates there. I have all of my templates ready to go. All I need to do is fill in the information that the product consists of. So, with that out of the way, let us now start with our first topic. Okay, imagine the following, if you will. You decide you want to create a product, and then that little voice at the back of your head starts saying, yeah, but I don't know what to rank a product on. Well, let's talk about now how to find unlimited ideas for products and how you will never be stuck for a quality product again in the future. Keep in mind, especially with today's environment and today's customers, new, fresh, the aha factor, that is something that will always perk people's interests up, or customers, especially on the forums and the marketing forums, because what they will see is, wow, here's something I never before considered. This is new. This is fresh. This is something that can make me money as well. Speaking of that, customers also do want the silver bullet solution, but that's not part of this particular class. So what is the best way to do that? Think about what your customers love. What do your customers love? Well, tell me, have you been on Facebook today? Have you interacted with them at all? Have you been on Skype? Have you been on Twitter? If you're specifically in a non-marketing niche, have you been on a niche forum? Have you been sharing and commenting or guest blogging at niche blogs? Take these particular platforms, this particular niche, these ideas, and then look for what is coming down the road. Look what has yet to be totally released wide across. The takeaway for this is when you become the first to showcase a particular slant on a platform or a particular slant on a marketing technique or a particular slant in a non-marketing niche, being the first, it brands you as being on the cutting edge. And I have done this several times in my marketing career. For example, I've created seven actually products regarding Pinterest. I've created several products regarding Tumblr. And when folks tend to want to know about those platforms, they come to me because I branded myself as being the first with that particular aspect. Good stuff being shared so far, eh? So now that we have this idea, well, all right, we have the need to do this. So what is the best way to find this? Well, you go to news sites. What are your favorite news sites? Well, you know, there's CNN, there's MSNBC, there's Yahoo News, Google News. And what about the authority niche blogs within your particular interest? Are you aware of the fact that there are specific authority sites solely for Facebook, solely for Twitter, solely for quilting, solely for dog training? These authority sites, these news sites, when something that is under development or something that is coming down the roads, guaranteed, You will see them first at these places. Because, it's just where all of the new and upcoming goodies, well, they get mentioned. Think about it. Platforms always want to be ahead of one another, right? They always want to be on the cutting edge. Well, what's one of the best ways to get stuff like this out? You make press releases. You announce what you're doing in all of the news sites. But take it that way now as a marketer that follows this kind of information. Well, anybody here remember my product secret Facebook Genie? I did this last year, and the way I came up with the idea was I used this exact technique. And I found out that Facebook was offering Facebook offers. It was a new thingy, but it hadn't yet entirely rolled out. So I did some research in specific Facebook groups, specific Facebook blogs. I found out what the Facebook offers is all about. I crafted up a product for that. I took my one problem, one solution. I slanted it for offline and building up a customer base. And would you believe? Yeah, you definitely will believe this. It got WSO of the day. Why? Nobody had ever done it before. So ask yourself, whenever you find ideas, well, these new platform additions, how can they make your customers money? How can they solve problems for your customers? And that is the best way to find great, profitable ideas that when you make a product out of them, my gosh, they will just fly off the shelves. But that does bring me up to one rather interesting idea. We have a new idea, okay, and that's delightful. But how do you know this product is really going to sell? So once you find the product idea, the next step that you do, you target the exact forums and the groups where the people in those groups, they would say, my gosh, I want to learn more about this. So for example, if you wanted to create if you had an idea about a Facebook product or such, you could visit the Facebook authority sites, the Facebook groups, see what is being asked, see what is being shared, see how that idea would fly. You can even do your own market research. Hey, has anybody heard about XYZ? Examine the questions that are being asked. See what are the takeaways. There are specific techniques that you can do so you can virtually guaranteed ensured that your product idea, it is going to be one that soars over the clouds instead of sinking like a lead balloon. Key thing, if you can find this particular connection, when your customers see it and when they read your compelling sales copy, they're going to then say, my gosh, this benefit I've never had before, it's within my reach now. So again, the takeaway, you always want to create products that solve problems, that give benefits, that make your customers money, that give your customers time back, that offer them confidence, etc. You want to change your customers' lives for the better. That's how you can determine if your product idea will sell. Alrighty now. So, we have the product, right? You know what you're going to create. After all, you've done your research. But the key part is as well that once something comes to market, chances are bunches of marketers are going to scramble to be the first to jump on it. How many people here have heard of the great quote, money loves speed? That's something that's been beaten into me, and it is very, very true. You never want to waste time spinning your wheels or keep yourself holding back because something is not perfect enough. Ideally, you want to be the first to market. And remember, if you're going to be the first to market, who are your customers quite often? quite often, your customers, they've got short attention spans. And so if you were to give the massive thud factor, hundreds of PDF pages or, 24, 28 videos, people might say, and people probably will say, heck, no, people will say, I've experienced this, information overload, wah. Give me something that takes only 5 minutes to scan. And if you think this is not the case, back about a year ago, I created a product entitled Max Your Holiday Profits. It had 25 chapters because, as you might be aware, there's 25 days in December to Christmas. And each day I put together a mini blueprint. Do this on Twitter. Do that on Facebook. Write this blog post. Share this information. And again, it was a beautifully comprehensive product that just totally flopped. And people told me later on, Barbara, that was too much information. And I was left thinking, well, yes, but it was 25 days, so yeah. But the fact is, don't fight about the way the market is. If customers say, give me something that takes me only 5 minutes to scan, darn it, give them something that takes them 5 minutes to scan. This brings us to a very, very effective product creation technique. The one problem, one solution, one power report. One power report. And these, especially if you have the templates that I'm going to be showing you towards the end of this call, it makes product creation so much easier. The takeaway, and please do write this down, sell what your customers want, but you deliver what your customers need. And now at this moment, you might also be thinking, well, gee, Barb, I can't fit what I want to share in 15 pages. And I understand that. And I had that issue as well. I've solved that issue in the past. And so now, even if my PDFs or my reports are 15 pages or less, the amount of information delivered is exactly what the customers need. My templates do show that. Okay, now, so we know where to find products. We know how to ensure the products are going to sell. We know how to design the products. The next thing, of course, we want to do is we want to make the product look good. I mean, how many people here have gotten a PDF that doesn't have a header or footer or is maybe 5 lines per page, etc.? So now you're ready to create your product, right? But remember, at the same time, money loves speed. How do you do this? Well, it's simple. You use done-for-you templates. And if, by chance, you've already created a product, you can use that product and generalize it to make a specific template for all of your other products to grow from. I have now been doing this for about 22 months or so, and my templatizing, it has changed. It has gotten tighter. It has gotten more streamlined. It is what enables me now to create products in under 2 hours. But not only that, did you know, does anybody here use Microsoft? Or anybody here use OpenOffice? Those two corporations or so, they offer templates online. You can visit their sites and search for the specific kind of templates that you would like and then tweak those. So what's the results there? You get a professional laid out template that when people get your products, they say, wow, this is quality. Make no mistake about it, visual impressions, they count. They count a lot. And especially if you're doing, for example, Kindle products, having the things formatted the best that they can, templates, it makes your life so much easier. You can have report creation templates. You can have graphics templates. You can have graphics templates for your covers, for the graphics you include within your products. And as I mentioned, you take your prior reports, you generalize them, and bam, you now have an instant template so you can just copy it and fill in the blanks, so to say, with your next product idea. So what is the takeaway here? Well, the takeaway is the more interchangeable parts that you have, the easier product creation becomes. And by now, and I'm seeing that there's a lot of aha moments coming up here that I'm being shared on the Answer Questions. Have you ever thought of product creation like this before? Remember, this is your business. Treat it like your business. So let's go over now what we've just learned, all right? Right now, you've learned how to find limitless product ideas so that the next time you decide, I'm going to create a product, you don't have to say, gee, what should it be about? You know exactly how to zero in on what could be a potential bestseller. Speaking about a potential bestseller, I also told you how you can go and where to go to find out, to research, to see, okay, this is a great idea, but is it gonna fly? And then I taught you about money-loving speed. Structure your report. One product, one problem, one solution, one power report, actionable takeaways so your customers utterly, utterly love it. And the final thing, which I just mentioned to you, which is the piece de resistance, how to make your product look extremely professional with the templates, with the graphics templates, the report templates, the word templates. Very easy to do, and this is how you can create products that sell in under 2 hours. Now, the thing is, okay, this works for me, but that's not important whatsoever. The question that you need to ask yourself is, well, okay, is this going to work for you? And, well, can it work? Well, of course it could work. For example, in learning these kind of techniques, and I have now the proven track record on this, this is the stuff, demystifying, making things simple. This is the stuff that I'm known for, of being able to take just about anybody and teach them how to achieve their particular goals. For example, my last 3 Mastermind products that you might have seen, the Email Marketing Phoenix, Facebook Espresso, RSS Jedi, fantastic reviews, very positive, and they have changed the way people like you here on the call have done business. I'm extraordinarily proud of that. And when it comes to product creation now, my gosh, I am known for quality, quick product creation. My students, who you're about to see shortly, they learn it grand for me. How do they learn it? Or how have they learned it? For example, let's take Alessandro. He took my product creation caffeine class, which was the precursor to this 3-week class, and he took it on a Friday. He used my techniques, he found a killer idea, and then over the weekend, get this, we're talking actionable here. Over the weekend, he wrote his product, Saturday, Sunday, but more so, he launched it that Monday. So he heard about the ideas Friday, wrote it Saturday, Sunday, launched on Monday, and he ended up selling 266 copies. Simply from following and implementing what I teach. And there's another one of my students over here, Andrea. She attended the call, get this, she attended the call yesterday. And this was what she just shared in our group, Perking Up Profits. Oh my gosh, can't contain myself. After the call last night, if you missed it, get it today, I sat myself down and created a product. And I'm almost finished with the actual product. There's still the sales page to do, but holy smokes, Barb makes this process so easy peasy. It's like firecrackers and strobe lights going off in my head. Spare you the video details, but just doing the happy dance and doing the happy dance. And if you're a member of Perking Up Profits, you saw this being posted and such. So this was another student of mine who got the information yesterday, and what she had also mentioned, which I did not include in this cutout here, this is her second product. Her first product took her about a week to put together. And then she got on this call yesterday, invested in this, and here's where we are today. So, let me now ask you, does this mean, from seeing this, that you're going to now see the same success? And the answer is, honestly, chances are, if you were to take everything now that you've gotten right now and go off on your own, probably not. And let me explain to you why. Okay? Definitely. You will certainly have a level of success, but you know what's missing? What you would be missing would be the complete roadmap, would be the mentor to walk you through, to take you by the hand and showcase to you how to do this step by step. It's a process, folks. It is a blueprint. It is something that has taken me 22 months to devise. And the track record that's been proven, it just works beautifully for product creation. See, thing that you want to remember, all right, now, let's backtrack a bit, okay? All right. Quality product ideas. I showed you how to find that, right? Then I told you, okay, well, here's what you do to find out if they're going to sell. Here are the techniques so that your product creation can be quick, etc., etc. And then how to make it look professional. But you know something? I know what you're thinking about right now. You're probably saying to yourself, well, okay, Barb, that sounds great, but, what about the sales page? What about creating the sales page and having compelling copy so that people, when they do read about it, they do want to buy? And, okay, Barb, well, yeah, creating the products, all right, good, but what about getting the word out? I've heard of affiliates or so, but I don't know the first step in getting affiliates. I don't know how to network. Launching the product? Well, what about that? I've seen affiliate contests. I've seen other product creators mention a week or so ahead of time. How do I do that? And I don't want you to worry about that because I have thought of all of that. And it's true. Product creation, it is just the beginning. So to truly get the lifestyle that you want right now with product creation, yeah, you do need to have the sales letter created. You do need to have it written in such a way that it entices people to buy. The product launch, the product buzz, the product excitement. You need to know what are the steps for getting other affiliates, for getting your potential future customers excited and wanting to see that buy button. Yeah, that's also a huge part of successful product creation, the networking with affiliates. But you know something? Like I said, I have taken care of this for you. The above, it's what I fine-tuned down to a rather elegant art. So, do you remember during this call, I have mentioned that I have my own report templates. I have my own graphic templates. I have my directory structure for creating products templates. I have my sales copy templates. Would you like to have all of that handed over to you on a silver platter, done for you, the templates, while I walk with you step by step through creating profitable products simply and easily? Right below, would you like to see this? Need some yeses to come through here because you are going to love what I have now ready to show you. Because I am going to now introduce the Product Creation Espresso Mastermind. This is the 4th in my series, so this is a proven structure. It is my exact 3-week implant immersion class. I'm going to show you the blueprint to tame, to utterly tame, to make effective quality product creation work for you. And honestly, this is like having me on retainer. All right, this is like being able to say, hey, Barb, I run into this issue, and instead of paying me $500 an hour for consulting, well, you're part of the Product Creation Espresso Mastermind, and I'm there to answer your questions. Not only just to brand you as a product creation authority, but also to start helping you enable yourself to live the life that you choose, to create the successful products, to build what you have to offer, to make the life that you want. Let me now show you what is contained in this entire 3-week private mastermind. You're going to learn from me personally, me, the creator of several WSO of the Days, Product of the Days, over 50-odd products as well. The utter best product creation mindsets, the templates. I mean, think about it mindset-wise. How many people here sometimes fall prey to that little voice that says, I'm not going to be successful, why should I even start? Banish that thought. That is what I do. You're going to learn about product creation, affiliate networking, where to find tips, ideas for sales copy that converts, and then even better, once this is all done, how to launch your product. What is involved 15 days before, 7 days, or 15 days afterwards, plus a lot more. But I hate to tell you this, that's not all. Also, in the Product Creation Espresso Mastermind, you're going to receive not just those 3 classes, but the mastermind group itself, okay? I have created the Product Espresso Mastermind group, and any questions that you have regarding this product creation, you just ask it, and we will all answer it. And again, there is the 3 weekly web classes where I will be walking you through specific course curriculums regarding product creation and answering all of your questions. So now let's recap. What you are going to be receiving when you invest in the Product Creation Espresso Mastermind is, first, my fast track. This is Product Creation Ignition. You probably have never heard it because I never released it, but I wrote it. And it shows you not only the blueprint, but it has my customized templates, the templates I myself use, my case studies, the source files for all that I do, access to our private group, the 3 weekly web classes, and also I'd like you to keep in mind that once these web classes are completed, all of the webinars, the handouts, the blueprints, the source files, the templates, they're going to be packaged up, okay, for a far, far higher price. So this brings up the following. I'd like to ask you to imagine now, all right, put yourself in the future. Put yourself after the 3 weeks that you have experienced the product creation mastermind immersion. You've had all of your product creation questions answered, and not just answered by somebody who says, oh, wow, I made one product, whoop-de-doo. You're talking answered by a proven product creation master. I have been doing this for years. My products have received WSO of the Day, Product of the Day, etc. You are in 3 weeks from now. Where will you be having all of your questions answered? Now, put a dollar number on that value and think about it. As a matter of fact, write it down and share it for us here. Put a dollar number on that value. What would it be for you? I mean, if you were given the keys to the kingdom for successful product creation so that you could go out and rinse, repeat, create products that sell. What would this be worth to you? $5,000? $1,000? $2,000? What would this be worth to you? $7,000? Your family vacations, putting your children to school through college and such? The reason why I'm asking you to do this, imagine right now, when you become the product creator that you deserve to be, you will start creating the lifestyle that you and your family deserve. Imagine that now. That is now within your reach. Let me now give you an in-depth breakdown now of everything that you are going to get, okay? First, week 1. And week 1 is the best product mindset and creation templates. I am going to walk you through the secret into timeless profits. So for example, let's say that you create a product and you wanted to continue giving you benefits week after week after month after month after year. I'm going to show you how never to worry about black hat sites again. Now, if you've created a product, you already know that black hats are people that steal your products. If you haven't yet created your first product, you will certainly hear horror stories about how your product will be stolen. I am going to make that okay with you. I'm going to show you specifically and walk you through the Model T into Tesla's technique that I had mentioned earlier. And upsells. How many people hear about upsells? They're so important. They really are, because when you think about affiliates, if affiliates are going to want to promote your product, they're going to want to know that you have an upsell. But even more so, when you have a quality upsell, you're giving more benefits for your customers as well. You're making their life easier. And then I'm also going to touch on something that you probably have never heard about, which is a branding group blazer. I started doing this somewhat before Secret Facebook Genie, and it worked wonderfully for building my brand, for getting people on my list, for showcasing, hey, Barb Ling, she's the product creator we want to buy from. And then, of course, I have been doing product creation now, as I mentioned, for years. So you name it, I have been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, sold it on eBay, and put it in a mastermind. Many, many insider tricks to increasing, doubling, or tripling your profits while you make your products. That's what I'll be closing with week 1. So week 1, you're going to be set with how to create your first product. All the tools, I give them to you to make your first profitable product easily and effectively. But I don't stop there, because then I move into week 2. Okay, we have our product. It's great. It's wonderful. It's not going to sell unless we have excellent sales copy, unless the affiliates decide they want to promote as well too. But how do you get affiliates to promote your products? How do you find the resources for superb, excellent sales copy? So in that week, I'm going to be going over how to compel and entice affiliates to join in on your product launch. I'm going to showcase how you can portray yourself as somebody who is desired, not somebody who is desperate, but somebody that affiliates want to promote. I'm going to talk to you about ways that you can get your product launch out there in the Skype groups, and also how to brand yourself on Skype as well. Speaking about sales copy, how many times have we seen sales copy which talk about the features? Features don't work in sales copy. It's the benefits. But then how do you get the benefits to talk to the people who are reading about your product? How do you get those benefits to say, my gosh, I want to buy you? That's what I'm going to be sharing. And again, of course, will be another insider technique that I've gathered over the past many years. And that's only the second week. So this week, you're going to learn all about compelling affiliates to have them decide, yes, they want to choose you, but also to ensure, since you have great sales copy, that your Sales go up, 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 as opposed to the opposite, which is down, down, down. We want up, up, up. But once that is all taken care of, again, I told you earlier that I'm going to take care of you here. I walk you through all about the product creation launch itself. Think about the power of this now, folks, okay? Because you have the product, you have what you do 2 weeks before the product, you have what you do 1 week after the product, or even 2 weeks after the product, or even, get this, the 14 days after you release your product. There's several webinar / class / interesting techniques you can use, but you don't have to be the one to provide it, that can increase your overall long-term profits as well. And I reveal all of that. So again, week 3, I talk about how to make your download pages, because once you've created your product, well, obviously you're going to have to give a way for people to download it, right? But, well, once they've downloaded it, they've gotten their product, that's great, but wouldn't it be really wonderful if you could compel your customers to do other actions? If you could compel them to join your Skype group, if you can compel them to network with you on Facebook, if you could create something that makes them want to opt in, that gives you money down the road. I'm going to be teaching all of that. Again, I'll mention the 21-day, or it could even be the 28-day launch goodness. Swipes, email swipes. Affiliates, they want to have their emails done for them. But the thing is, so many times the products that you make, they've got different angles, you know. There's the SEO angle. There's the traffic angle. There's the social angle. There's the mobile angle. So I'm going to talk about how you can produce a number of swipes targeted for your product that makes it easier than ever for affiliates to showcase what it is you have to offer. Speaking about affiliates, anybody here ever hear about affiliate contests? This is something that is very, very popular. So people like seeing their names on leaderboards. I mean, they really do. But how do you create the affiliate contest? What kind of prizes can you use, especially if you're just starting out? I mean, I'm going to reveal in that class what my first affiliate contest prize was. It was really unique. It cost me less than $20, but it made a big splash. And then I'm going to talk about advanced ways of getting the word out for the product you are about to release to increase your sales. Closed by, of course, the secret bonus done from all of my years of doing product creation. And don't forget here, folks, this is a 3-week immersion course. Webinars are going to be recorded. Questions will be answered. Anything you need to learn about product creation, you are going to get within the Product Creation Espresso Mastermind. So let's be honest here. Right now, you're probably saying to yourself, "Well, G-Barb, that's great. How much?" Well, you know, up until now, I have never before released my product creation ideas, the templates. Templates are pretty darn important. I've never released those before. And think about this now, too. These are the exact templates, the exact ideas, the exact blueprint and structures that I follow and have followed myself to get product of the day, W's of the day, etc. I mean, think about how many sales I must have had once that was achieved. Think about how many sales you will achieve when you get that as well. So to be honest with you, $597, that would be an extraordinarily reasonable price to ask, but I hate to tell you this, I'm not going to ask that. But let me now also ask you, think about the following, and then I want you to tell me, how much would this be worth? You, profitable product creator. You, products under your belt that blend into one another, and that continue to build and build up what you have to offer. Your lists have now grown because of all of the products that you have released. Your affiliates, the affiliates who promote you, that's grown as well. We're talking now, we're going to be having multiple streams of income from multiple products. How much would something like that, having the keys to that, how much would that be worth to you? Because once you do that, again, remember the ultimate goal, your own family lifestyle, taking your family on vacations whenever you would like, attending conferences, going on vacation, possibly just you, taking care of your parents, your children. So again, $497 as a one-time fee, that would also be pretty reasonable as well. But you know, that is not the price either. Okay, now, this is a limited time offer, and let me explain to you exactly why. Because I've created this course now for the struggling product creators, for the people who have said, Barb, I don't know how to start, or Barb, I don't know how to get ideas, or Barb, what about the technical aspects? I don't know where to find my answers. I've created this course for people who want to see their lives change. And I want a small group of people, okay? A small group of people that I can teach so that when this does become too large, the offer will be closed. And so now you have been on this call now. Let's see how long we've been. Oh, wow. You've been on this call now. You've chosen to listen to my words. You've learned what I have to teach. So I'm going to now make an extraordinarily special offer. And I have opened up for today 101 special spots for the people watching right now. So tell me, who here wants to find out how much this is going to cost? Need to see lots and lots of yeses scrolling off the screen here. I see yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay. You can stop. You can stop. You can stop. Good, good, good. How much? Okay. Right now, you can get the complete and total access to the Product Creation Espresso Mastermind for, and remember, these are my templates. These are my blueprints, my ideas. So for a one-time payment of only $297. However, because you're on this call right now, I do have a special bonus link for you, and let me show you that. But you know, before I give you that, of course, it's time for the special web class bonuses that you will be getting. So for the fast action taker, here is the bonus number 1. My product creation template. This is the product creation template that I now use that for the one product, one solution, where the value here, $97. But that's not all. There's also bonus number 2. Does this look familiar to you? This is a JV invitation page, and this is my template. You'll notice it says your picture here. That as well will be a bonus for the fast action takers on this call. My own JV template, the one that I use, value of $97. Bonus number 3, and this is pretty freaking cool, I might add. Not 1, but 2 of the entire content source creation for my products includes JV videos that I had made and sent out. The source to those videos, the source to my Photoshop PSD files for my copy, my sales copy, the source to my product, the source to the benefits, the source to the bonuses, the way I created the upsell, the way I did the graphics. It's all there. And that is a value of $197. The fourth bonus for those being on this call, I put together a product creation mind map. And what this product creation mind map is, this outlines from conception to the closing of your launch, how to structure out your entire product launch sequence. Again, a value of $97. And here is something that's rather interesting. The fifth bonus is this rather interesting product that I had made called Super Bowl Sunday Money Making Madness. Want to know why this is so rather fascinating? This product I conceived of 6 o'clock Sunday morning on the day of the Super Bowl. I had it written, I had the sales copy done, and I had it launched on the Warrior Forum by 11 o'clock that morning. 5 hours, and I include it all. The value of $57 there. You know, I know right now this all sounds really great, but I have to say I do have bad news as well. These powerful bonuses, I'm sorry, but they're not for everyone. These bonuses are reserved solely for the action takers, for people like Alessandro, for people like Andrea, for people who say, darn it, Barb, today is the day I am going to commit to becoming a successful product creator. I am going to change my lifestyle. I am going to make things happen. These are the kind of people, folks, that I love teaching. So, remember, the action takers right now, I've shown you at least $525 worth of bonuses here. But here's the thing, you know, back to sales products, you can easily increase the number of sales, you know, the number of sales that your product is going to sell. The best way to do that is, well, if you have a sales letter that converts. And of course, I will be talking about that in the Mastermind class. But get this, I secured for you an extensive critique, and this copywriter, one of the most sought-after copywriters in our marketing industry. Has anybody here heard of StomperNet? This person also speaks at marketing events and more. He's the one who wrote some of the copy for StomperNet. What I have gotten for you is my own Colin Theriot critique of the product creation sales letter, and that cost me $500, but that is the bonus for the action takers today on this call. And make no mistake, the way that Colin teaches copywriting, the way that Colin demystifies how to structure your sales copy, it's worth $500. I know that for a fact because, you know, I paid that. And of course, you get Product Creation Ignition as well. So listen up, folks. You are about to get $1,025 worth of bonuses if you are quick enough. And so the price right now is going to be not $397, not $317. It's not even going to be $277. You see, you know, one of the things people fear the most is that a product is going to be too expensive, but I have made sure that is not the case. As I mentioned, the price is now only for one low cost, one time, of $197 for all of what you have seen for all of that. So here's now how this works. The first 25 buyers, they get everything. And let me now drop this link in for you. AskBeeling.com, get PC Espresso 1. Okay, so the first 25 buyers are going to get everything. And I can answer some questions while this is going. Lisa just asked, is this just the IM market or will this work for other niches? Yes, this will definitely work for other niches, and that's why that's one of the benefits of having me there during those 3 weeks. I'm going to walk you through the questions that you have. The next 25 buyers, well, you're only going to get 3 of the special bonuses. The next 25 buyers, you're only going to get 2. And then the last 26, well, you'll get the original package, which by itself is easily worth $497, but if you're one of the action takers, you will be getting the extra $1,000 25 worth bonuses as well. So, here is what your next step is. Visit askbeeling.com, get PC Espresso 1, actually, so it's Get PC Espresso 1, as everybody sees that link there dropped in the chat. And also, remember my rock solid guarantee. If you're not totally thrilled with what you learned during these 3 weeks, after you've put all of the steps into action, I'm going to want to know about it, and I'm going to give you your money back. I want happy customers. I am always looking to improve customer satisfaction, customer feedback, so I'm just going to want to know why you thought it did not work for you. And this is going to help me help you in the future. So I want you now to tell me that you're in. You're in. See, Michael says, I'm in. Fred is there, I'm in. Excellent. Because make sure now that you sign up now. Because this offer is limited. Rich just purchased. Welcome, Rich. I reserve the right now to shut this down if our grip becomes too big. Judy is in. Welcome, Judy. AskBeeling.com. Get PC Espresso 1. And again, those fast action takers, you will be sent to the links for all of these bonuses. And remember, make sure that you get in now. Because the most powerful secret that I can give you right now, you and you alone need to follow the law of proaction. If you want it, it's up to you to make it happen. In other words, this is your opportunity to take control of getting the lifestyle that you want.